my handsome little Sherlock on a biscuit. Oh, Mary, don't you weep no more. Oh, Mary, don't you weep no more. Pharaoh's army got down. Oh, Mary, don't you weep no more. You got a big one. You get a big biscuit. You're outside with that, is it? Out you go then, you little div. Right. Are we sitting comfortably? If not, assume your positions. You know how it works. Keyboard, mouse, close the music window. Is that microphone close enough? We'll bring it a little bit closer. There we go. How are you all doing? Do you have a nice day on the non-spinning stationary flat plane? Let's get rid of that. Let's move that. Oh, I've got. I know. Let me just post the stream. I'll be right back with you. Oh, Mary, don't you weep no more. Stay. Copy. Dink. Tweet. Twitter. Paste. Oh, Mary, don't you weep no more. Good afternoon, boys and girls. How you all doing? Let's say hello to you all. Who's first in? It was Denise in San Diego. Hello, Denise. Susanna came second. I'm came third. Cable X-Slam came fourth. Trini came fifth. Hello, Trini. Tubbs came sixth. How you doing, Tubbs? Lee, John Lydon, Sid Vicious. I don't think there's any gates for Sid Vicious. There is for Lydon. Right, let's open this one up. Let's do some fake truthers, shall we? Let's start with Tommy Robinson, because I keep seeing an ugly face all over my timeline. Tommy Robinson, apparently a British patriot. Stephen Yaxley Lemon. Stephen Christopher Yaxley Lennon, two first names. Better known as Tommy Robinson. Just remember, Tommy Robinson lives in £1 million flat in Chelsea. Sports a £90,000 watch on the wrist. If you think this person's a patriot to you in any way, shape or form, you are deluded. Images. Tommy Robinson. I can't stand it. All she wants to do is divide the country over colour. Religion. He wants to blame all Muslims for everything. And most of the stories, I can't even prove what they're saying. I can't. There are certainly lots of videos of people getting arrested right now for trying to meet children. And so there should be. Twats. But this is it's a plague. It's not a pandemic. It's a plague all around the world. And I know, because I've been in the system. I've been in the prison system. Burglars get more time than child abusers. They do. A burglar can get minimum 4 years. The twats that do that get lucky to get 3 months. And the only thing I can imagine is the judge is a part of it. That's the only thing I can imagine. Why would a judge let anybody who does that to a child have a minimum sentence? It just makes no sense to me. Lord have mercy. Stephen Yaxley Lennon, otherwise known as Tommy Robinson. Do you know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of the Jezebel. It does. A thin Jezebel. Small ears, pink lips, pointed everything. Like little pointed jaw, little pointed nose, little pointed eyebrow arches. Widest in the hairline, look. Absolutely no jawline. Look how the face is pushed downward. Okay, there's only one skull that this does this to. A woman's face is pushed downward and spreads in the hairline. A woman's face is pushed downward and it spreads in the hairline. She's a little woman. She comes from that country I'm not allowed to mention. She's one of the chosen people. It really makes me laugh again and again when I read that. These are God's chosen people. God's chosen people don't tell lies. They certainly don't do that to their temples. You know, you're born in the temple of God. You are the temple of God. You see, this is the best part of it, and it's written in the Bible, in the book. God doesn't dwell in any temple that was built by man's hand. What a beautiful statement that is. He dwells in the body and the temple that he created for you. His image lives on in you. He's been hidden from you, but the image of him is still there. The kindness, the beauty, your sharing, caring nature, all the things that make you a natural person, they're still in you. You just don't recognize the kingdom because these people invented outer space. These people lied about everything. So when I see all of this, Tommy Robinson getting a raise, it's all to provoke the English nation. We have generational people that have lived here since the 40s. From Pakistan, from India, from all around the world, that England enslaved and then brought soldiers that worked for England back to England as part of the community. This is not what Tommy Robinson's explaining. Tommy Robinson's just trying to provoke the showing of people coming over in boats and causing trouble, living in hotels. It makes the whole... And the only reason it makes people jealous is because everyone in England is being squeezed for every penny they've got. There is your children are never going to prosper. Let's put it like this, right? Your children will never prosper. Not like Stephen Yaxley Lennon's children will. Even when you can get yourself to a comfortable level, that's all you'll be at. A comfortable level. You'll never reach £1 million house in Chelsea, a flat, should I say. £1 million flat in Chelsea. You're never going to wear a £100,000 watch on your wrist. These things are just beyond you. And it's a carrot being dangled in front of you. If I was a rich man. I am a rich man in heaven. I'm rich in my heart, in my soul. I'm rich in humour. I'm rich in love. But this monetary finance, this debt that they've got the whole world in. The whole world is in, what is it? 328 trillion pounds of debt. That's worldwide. To whom? To whom do we owe this 328 trillion dollars? To whom? It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. And the minute the people realise that you, the people, have the power, we, the people, have the power to change this world and make it great again, things might change. Maybe that's what God's waiting for. Mankind to try and do this themselves. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm surrounded by donuts that listen to this donut. Look at the coffee bean eyes, the rounded, short, the tiny little eyes, close set, tiny little ears, widest in the hairline, no jawbone. It literally looks like the Jezebel. It does. Without the one eye. Jezebel's in the sniper division. But there she is, Tommy Robinson. If you believe that's a man, I pity the fool. I pity the fool. We'll go to walking. As soon as you see Tommy Robinson coming out of prison, it's game over. I'll tell you now. Oh, look at this. Tommy Robinson. The bodyguard on the left in the big tats. Look how thin the wrist is. Look how thin this forearm is. It literally, he looks like he's got a prosthetic arm on. He looks like he's got a wooden arm. Has he varnished it? It's the foot. It's the broken leg that's giving her away. But Tommy Robinson, full mince. Look at that little beautiful girl there. Isn't she a spanker? Coming out of prison, there's no difference. That's what women look like coming out of Asda's or Walmart. On a Sunday shop or a Saturday shop, go watch women coming out of Asda's and their arms will be hanging akimbo. You little workhorses, you ladies, you are. All them bags you carry from Asda's and that. Like, I see a woman with 6 bags in each arms in that position, legs crossing over, arms hanging outwards. If this was a man, the legs would be straight and the arms would be hanging over. His shoulders would carry the bag in a different position. It's a woman carrying bags. End of. I've seen my mum in that position so many times, carrying stuff. Tommy Robinson's a girl. She walks with big hips, inline footfall. She's, what is she? 5 foot and a nub end. She's only small, isn't she? What is she, about 5'5"? She don't look very big. From Flamingo with broken leg lock. Tommy Robinson, son of Man Code. And there he is again. Look at that bad girl. Bad girls, bad girls. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? They're gonna act. Because they're not even really, they're not bad girls. They're evil. Fucking evil, a lot of them. For putting the world under this prison routine regime that they've got us all living under. It's a mental asylum. That's what it is. We live inside a mental asylum. And the lunatics, women like this, who think the men, have taken over the world. Tell me that women don't rule the world, because nearly every prime minister is a woman. Trump, woman. Putin, woman. Keir Starmer, woman. Macron, woman. Anytime you find a woman, it's a man. What's going on there? On holiday with Tommy Robinson. What, is that Tommy Robinson as a kid? Which one? This one here with the crossed legs. He's got big shoulders, hasn't he? That big fella there. Is that your grandma? Fucking look at them bony ass knees. And your sister's got a massive bowling ball numpty. Look at the size of that head. Your dad's mincing. Why is he wearing Bruce Lee's trousers? Why has your dad got these really, really long legs, Tommy? I should have called you Tammy. Tammy, why has your dad got these really, 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 really long trousers and a short body? Why is that? Over and on it, on it. Again, get with it. Put a towel between her hands, look. She's flossing. I don't know who she is, but she's got a big ass in the background, hasn't she? It's a woman. Look, as we tiptoe through the tulips. Just need some tulips round her feet. Oh, look at her. I'm going to look hard with McDonald. Big tall woman in the background with the sloping shoulders, look like cave straight into the arm and elbow. There is one in these shorts where she's mincing really badly as well. Again, I've got a problem with that leg. I've got a problem with that leg. And I've certainly got a problem with your tiny teeth and your broken flamingo foot. Tommy Robinson. Well, how big do you think her feet are? What man walks like that? Soon they won't be able to walk down the streets. They won't. They will not ever be able to walk down the streets. They're going to get called out everywhere they go. Look at them. Big girls don't cry. Small girl, big girl. Now Amazonian girl, look. HGH. And again, look. Separation of the knees, look. Diamond in show. The big girl. Tommy's like, I always go everywhere on my own. Do you fuckers like, Tommy? What's this? What's this? Who's this then if you go everywhere on your own? You're afraid to drink a milkshake on your own? They're causing all the rioting and all the mass revolutions that we're seeing at the minute. They're causing it all. They want to bring in military rule, martial law, when the police can't control the public anymore. But then who's the army going to be? If the police can't control the public, and most of the police, as far as I can tell, look real. There are loads that are not real, but most of the police, especially where I live, I look at police every time I see them. First thing I do is look at the knees. As soon as I see a policeman or woman, I'm up straight at the knees. I want to know who's guarding us. But most of the police look like, I've got problems with your arms. Why are your shoulder tilt like this, darling? Got these strange akimbo arms. So's your darling. So are these two. He's got titties! Look at the size of those hips. Big girls don't cry. Oh, this is the opposite of the English Defence League. Tommy is the leader of the EDL, and these are the leaders of Sharia law in England. They say that Sharia law is going to become the law of England. totally against that, and it's just bollocks. A lot of it. There's no law. There is no law. People want to tell me there's law and judges. They're all rigged, just like the football, just like the lottery, just like everything else in this world. The courts are rigged. The minute you say your name, because it's not your name, it doesn't belong to you, you're in trouble. Are you Peter Iam? No, I'm Peter from the family of Iam. What do you want with me, you low-down, parasitic little flip-flops? We're looking at Tommy Robinson, arms akimbo. It's a woman final answer. We don't need to do any more, right? You can see it. If you can't see it, I can't help you. No man's got hips that high. We don't wear our trousers up to our belly buttons. We don't have sloping shoulders. Our arms don't hang akimbo. And we never cross our legs over when walking. Game over. Right there. Game over. Tommy Robinson. Here's another one. Look at the shoulder tilt. Look at the shoulder tilt, Look at the broken leg. Look at the broken leg. It's not quite as strong now on Tommy, but it's there. She looks like a big girl in the background as well. Big, bald bitch. The bodyguard, the big, bald bitch in the background. She's having troubles walking by the look of it. Right, we're done. Tommy Robinson, fake truther. Let's do Katie Hopkins, the other one who I can't stand. Katie Hopkins. Another one instigating the British Patriots to rise up and cause trouble. I saw an Irish one today, and the Irish one struck me. It seemed very real. It seemed like a real guy was talking because he was covered up. All you could see was his eyes. It might not have even been his voice, it might have been someone else talking, but the words he spoke resonated in me. They really did. They call them the Fighting Irish. I'm part Irish. They call them the Fighting Irish for a reason. And if Ireland finds out, especially with it being such a Christian nation that it is, particularly in the south, when Ireland finds out what the devil's done here and who these people actually are, these women with massive far apart eyes, look at that triangle. That face is huge. Look at the jawbone. Look at the Adam's apple and trachea. Strong, square jawline of a man. Do you know who he looks like? He looks like Lily Phillips. Is it Lily Phillips? Or Bonnie Blue? He looks like one of them two. And there he is with his big nose. He's from that country I'm not allowed to mention. It's not England. Katie Hopkins. Who's that? He's got a big old neck as well. Oh, is that Katie Hopkins young? I don't know. He looks like Ellen DeGeneres, doesn't he? Back there. Go back one. He looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Look at that arm. Look at that shoulder and arm there. Oh, is he pregnant? Is he having a baby? Huh? Oh my. Oh, he's just overweight. My fat problem. Oh my gosh. Look at that dude. You passed better when you was fat, love. That is a pencil. That is an ironing board right there. They didn't even bother, did they? They didn't even bother. They just said, Katie, we're sending you out there with no boobs. Katie Hopkins. It's dude, final answer. I mean, if you're not sure, just take a look at the jawbone. Look at that diesel. What woman do you know that's got a jawbone like that? It looks like a freighter coming into a terminal. It really does. One-eyed symbolism in the background, look. There he is, the 1,000-yard stare. Look at that 1,000-yard stare. There ain't a woman in the world that can look at me like that without me laughing. That terrifies me. It scares the living bejesus right out of my panties. There you go, Katie Hopkins. Hello? Wildlife and fisheries. Look at the size of them feet. And let's start with the bodyguard. Before we deal with the shot putter, let's have a look at the female on the right. She just happens to be doing the Baphomet 2 fingers down. Her arms are short and hang akimbo to the body. She's got a slight shoulder tilt. But it's this beautiful diamond I'm seeing that is catching my forensic. I spy with my little forensic eye something beginning with D, and it's not D. He's got a D, but we're looking at this D here, diamonds. Diamonds are a real girl's best friend. For all you natural girls out there, Susanna, Annabelle, etc., that diamond shows everyone that you're a woman, right? It's your best friend. But to these liars and deceivers, that diamond is their worst enemy. Because men don't walk with diamonds, women do. Women don't walk with straight legs, men do. And that is the obvious difference right there. It's so simple once you understand the gates. It doesn't matter what you think about the face, the neck, the hands. The amount of people that try and bring up index finger or digit ratio over the skull. Skull wins. Skull's the secondary, but it's the best secondary. Primary are the hips. The way you walk and the size of your hips give you away. No matter what someone does to your skull, like, we know someone, don't we? Roberto! Roberto's got a big, massive square head. Putting the wrong skulls on people to muddy the waters. You never see me do it, right? You don't see me do it. These people will give themselves away, not just by the words they say, but their actions. You will know them by their fruits. That's what Jesus told us all. You will know them by their fruits. Size of that dude, he's massive, isn't he, Katie Hopkins? I pity the fool that tries to rob Katie Hopkins' Ray-Bans. She'll chase him down. He will chase them down. Size of them feet. Katie Hopkins is a dude. He's got massive hands. He's got meatball knuckles. Look at them meatball knuckles. He's got long arms. Look at his humerus bone to elbow. It's huge. The male face. And, of course, the male gait. Let's get a couple more gaits and we're out of here. Katie Hopkins. Walking. There's another one from the rear. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. It's a man. Front or back, you can tell. Is that Big Brother? That twat went on Big Brother. Really? Oh my gosh, he looks like Rod Stewart's girlfriend. Which one is it? I can't remember. Rachel Hunter. Is it Rachel Hunter? I forgot. Is that the right one? He looks like Rod Stewart's ex. There you go. We don't need any more. Kate is a man. Oh my! I'm taking that picture. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. No, we'll put you through to the Clark Shoe Division. Custom made shoes for kids. We're done. Straight legs, knees together, space between those humongous canoes. And that's what they are. Who's that? Is that Katie Hopkins? No, it's not. That was Anthony Hopkins, apparently. He looked like an old grandma. And again, who's that? Oh, it's Ed Miliband, Flamingo Foot. Look at Ed Miliband's husband. Houston, we've got a straight leg problem. Right, we're done. Katie Hopkins, another fake truther. Let's do David Weiss. Why not David Weiss? Fake flat earther. David Weiss. Flat earth. There's where to put flat earth in to bring him up. So, David Weiss. I spoke to David Weiss a few times. She never liked me. It's because I called them all out for being an intricate... Before I knew they were flip-flops, I knew that they were all linked together just through being in flat earth. It's a big show, and they're all actors. They all know each other. David Weiss is pretty easy to call out, actually. Closer eyes, no brow bone. Look how deep that philtrum is. Do you know what he looks like there? Who does that look like to me? It's a deep philtrum in the eyes. Who does that look like to me? It looks like someone. Who's going to get this? Who can guess who that looks like to me? Not quite the same chin. She got a right shoe-on chin, David Weiss, but that picture there reminds me of a famous person. Everyone that David Weiss argues with is a woman. Here's a good example. Professor Dave, or as I like to call her, Davina. Professor Davina. This Sean, what's his name? Atwood. Sean's got no wood at all. He's got a moo. And who's that? On the Edge with Andrew someone. Never heard of that one. They're all flip-flops. Good lot of them. They're all flip-flops. Where was that picture? There. This. I got a problem with this. This is Roseanne Barr. Right? There's Dave. Flat Earth Dave talking to Roseanne. Who's got the close set eyes out of them? Who's got smaller teeth? Who's got the diesel jawline? Whose face is widest, like a bowling ball look? An absolute blockhead compared to the Tic Tac with a 5 head, the 2 dimples on top, the high set ears, the close set eyes, the lacking brow bone, and of course, those tiny, tiny teeth. Tiny, tiny teeth. Female dental arch. The only famous person I've spoken to in public, and they brought her to me, was Spyros Makalakalakas. He's an astrophysicist for Marvel Films. They brought the guy who designed Spider-Man's computer graphics and all that for Marvel. They brought this person to speak to me. Her name was Spyros Makalakalakas. I'll show you quickly. Spyros Mikalakalakalus. There it is. Is that him? It's not coming up. No, that's not him. I can't remember his name. Mikalakalakalus. Spyros Mikalakalakalus. I don't know how to spell it. I can't find it. Right, Spyros. What do they call him? Stan. Oh, who creates Marvel? Stan. Oh, I've forgotten the name. I'm having a brain fart. I'm getting old. Because I don't really watch the movies, it's not important to me. Spyros Marvel Films. See if that comes up. There, that's what I'm looking for. Science advisor. That's the only flip-flop I've... Look at his Adam's raisin implant. It's literally trying to crawl out the side of his neck. Does that look natural to you? Does it? I'm taking that picture, Spyros. So this is the only famous person I've spoken to as a flat earther. Actually come out and spoken to me. I know that I've spoken to people... famous people on soccer accounts through Flat Earth. I don't know if I've done it through flip-flops. I think I have. Guy Martin was definitely one. And his husband. I had his husband in bits. Guy looks like a Turkish rip-off of Wolverine. Stan Lee, that's it. 2 first names. Stan Lee. There's Spyros with Stan Lee. I can't remember what his name is. Spyro Rosatos. No, that's not him. There it is. Spyros Michalakis. Spyros Michalakis. Stop it. I don't want to join. Why? This has got to be a filter. I'm seeing this person everywhere. It's got to be a filter, surely. Spyros Michalakis. And there it is. Now, bearing in mind, I didn't know that I was talking to a flip-flop. I was surrounded by flip-flops. Karen B ambushed the chat and was demanding on the second. I spoke to him twice, actually. Couldn't give me any straight answers. Went on to, because he's an astrophysicist, told us all about how they can measure weights and measures in space. So I took the moon as the example. I said, you know what the moon weighs? He said, yeah, we've used algorithms and geometry to measure the mass of the moon. I said, but how can you tell what it weighs? You've not drilled into it. No one's drilled into the moon. If it's 2,000 miles across, then you've got to drill 1,000 miles. You don't know what it's made of. Don't tell me that you know what it weighs and what's in it because you've never drilled into it. You don't know what it's made of. It might be part gold, part platinum, part lead. It might be all made of lead. So how can you make these assumptions? He said, no, just because we can tell by its diameter and its mass, we can tell its mass. So I said, and you know these calculations? He said, yes. So I put a load of stuff in a Lucozade bottle, like bits of paper, a couple of screws, bit of tobacco, held it up and said, tell me what this weighs. And Spyros couldn't tell me, simply because you can't tell what a barrel weighs by looking at it, can you? Can you? Let's just take an average 45-gallon drum. You don't know what's in the drum. It could be feathers. It could be liquid. It could be gold. It could be lead. You don't know what's in there. To say that you know what a 45-gallon drum weighs because of its size it's circular reasoning. Anyway, diamond in the legs. Broken leg there with diamonds. Dragging the foot and heel. Inline footfall. And hailing Satan. She's got massive hips, by the way. I didn't when we did the interview. At the end, when she stands up to take a microphone off, you should see the size of her hips. But at the time, I didn't recognise any of it. One time, someone tried to prove evolution was real because of the big doors. You know, the giant doors. People used to be bigger. Only I Shrunk the Kids. Right, Spyros. That's the only famous person I've spoken to openly as a flat earther. I wish I'd known about the flip-flops. I'd have destroyed her. So, back to David Weiss. David Weiss got an absolute tic-tac, close-set eyes, high-set ears, small female dentures, and a fake jaw. Roseanne Barr, we should call her Roseanne Ball. Look at the size of that head. The ball earth is real. It's Roseanne's head. David Weiss, back file. And there we go. That is mine, isn't it? Yeah, that is mine. David Weiss, rounded eye sockets. Look at the five head. That female skull fits like a glove. And the male skull, that fits Roberto like a glove. David Weiss, full female gait, from Flamingo, inline footfall, female Bigfoot, from female and inline again. David Weiss. I think Sean's got a better set of gates than I have for that one. I'm surprised it's not posted there. Sean usually posts his memes along mine. Let's see it go down the list. It might come up. I'll tell you what. Let's go to Sean. See if I can find Sean. Why is that not coming up? No. Sean. You're winding me up, aren't you? Sean. S-A-A-U-N. Sean. Well, why is it doing that? Sean, have they taken your account away or what, Sean? Why is your name not coming up, Sean? Usually the first one that comes up. Well, that's mental. Wait. I should have one of your pictures somewhere around here, shouldn't I, Shawnee? Oh, Marlo, that rig, you stink, Marlo. There we go. Sean, look, it won't come up, Sean. Why don't you come up when I search you? Now, if I search yours there, David Weiss, will I get the same response? David Weiss. There's mine. But I can't search yours, Sean. Oh, never mind. David Weiss is biologically female, proven by the way she walks. Let's open up the next one. Jason Brashears. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Jason Brashears. Does all this stuff about the Anunnaki, when the sun darkens, lost scriptures of Giza, awaken the immortal within, Nostradamus. We've entered in La La Land in all these books, you know that, right? Images. That's Brashears there, isn't it? Yeah. Close set eyes, no chin look. Male pattern baldness on a woman. Jason Matthew White. Is that him? Sex offender? That's not Brashears, is it? Is that his real name? Jason Matthew White? Can't be. Brashears. No, it says Brashears there behind that thing. Jason Brashears of Archaics. Anti-Jesus. Yeah, I can't imagine why you're anti-Jesus. That's a weird looking fella. That one looks like a weird looking fella. April 24th, 24. Back in prison. I think all these stories are made up. I really do. Nothing ever happens. Nothing happens at all. The needle returns to the start of the song and we all sing along like before. There's no walking pictures here. Let me just go check my back file. There's the spine. Same person, right? Look at that S shape there. Look how big Jason Brashears' ass is. Huge. Those pants look like the jeans stop there. That line there looks like the top of the hem of the jeans. If it was a man, it should stop about there, right? Long body, right? This curvature here does not belong. What's this? Oh, it actually says about him being a predator. Does it really? Archaics history, no more, blah, 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 blah. Adam is a new friend, registered sex offender. 30 years for sexual assault. Who got 30 years? Jason Brashears did. On a 19-year-old girl. A gang of them. No. It's all the same person. It looks like Billy, what's his name there? That's interesting.
Stream he did the other day.
No, that's someone else. There you go, Brashears. This is mine. IQ got the gates. They're not my gates. IQ got them, I think. Or maybe I did get them. No, I didn't. I think IQ got them. Egghead. Someone explain to me why the female skull literally fits like a king glove. Like a glove? And we used to have someone come in here and tell us that this person was a man and that he was a good person. As soon as they tell me they don't believe in Jesus, I'm already partially disjointed from you. I am now. They lack Jesus. Anybody who can hate a woman like that, a child or anything, the weaker sex. But my problem is this. I see a female gate. I see a female skull. Which means the story, just like with ODD TV. ODD TV is another one, right? The rapper. I'll show you OD in a minute. Right, there's your gates, Josh. Might as well do ODD whilst I'm at it. So I don't know if any of these stories are true about them, about what they've done. ODD TV, ODD TV. Look at those eyes, look at that face. I started singing songs and then they brought in ODD because they saw that I was going to start making Flat Earth songs. So they had to bring in a rapper. A whapper with really soft eyes and beautiful eyelashes and a deep, long philtrum on a deep, long top lip. Hitler tash. That's what it is, look at the size of that tash. Cupid's bow, small mouth, no cheekbones. It's an FTM. Look at the boy. Look at that thing there. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like the Island Boys child with the big wide eyes. Seriously, what is all this on your face here? Poncho, when's the last time you drew a beard on? Never. The boyfriend with the wide ass cheekbones looks a bit like Mander. He does. He looks a bit like Mander. Cameron Diaz looking mofo that he is. ODD. I don't think I've got ODD's gate. There's hardly any pictures of the bitch anyway. But this is another one that got done. He's on the register. There's a load of them from Flat Earth that are like this. Look at this. Oh, you just happen with your little fat, pudgy little hand to be doing the Masonic claw, eh? Look at the bowling ball head on this mofo here. Look at the widespread, deep-set eyes. Look at this soppy-looking triangular face at the bottom. I don't think there are any... Oh, my. It's so obvious. Look at that dude. Look at that woman. Look at the soft-eyed woman. Look at the hard-eyed dude. Look at the brow bone popping out at the corner and then going back into the skull, sliding inwards. Whereas underneath that baseball cap, I know we've got an egghead. You can tell just by the chin look. No trachea, no Adam's apple. It's neck of clock. It's jaw o'clock. Explain to me why this one's got a sloping jawline, soft subcutaneous layers of fat, and this one's got a jawline like me. How is that possible? ODD TV. Pretty good. Why is that all coming up? Where's Odd? ODD TV is not showing up. Look at the neck on his boyfriend. Alright, I'll bring up my back file then. ODD. Wait, come here. ODD. That should find it. Odd should find it. Research. Yeah, we got you. Let's just come back to class. So, if you can't tell, this is a bloke with the wide ass cheekbones, the deep set eyes. Look at that brow bone overhanging. Odd's got nothing, look. Just got an arched eyebrow, look. They've drawn arched eyebrows on this dude. Look at that neck and trachea. Oh, look at their eggheads. Oh, it's Quincy. Proper eggheads. Right, ODD TV. Oh, we found them. You might have hid them from me, but we found them. Open. Look at them sloping shoulders. ODD TV. Odd TV. All TV's odd, I'll tell you, because they're all flip-flops. Odd TV. Let's pick another one out. Bink. I don't even know what I've covered. Oh, what do they call him who does the mud floods? The Russian one. Oh, I can't. He looks like Hans. I think Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Oh, what did they call that? Truther. John Levi, I'll do. Let's do John Levi. John Levi. John Levi's not a woman. Oh, I think you'll find she is. Oh, look at that egghead there. Look at this fanny. Simon Tran, I call her. Close set eyes, small high set ears, pink lips, no trachea, Adam's raisin implant. Hey Dan, hey Simon Dan, I know you watch my videos. Why don't you talk about the flip flops? None of them do. Not David White. None of them do. They don't. They want to keep you stuck on flat earth. Water's bendy. I don't give a crap anymore, right? If you can't work out that the world's not spinning and at water's level, you shouldn't even have a brain. You really shouldn't. And they're still going on. Look, 12 years on. Sideman. Look, another one with Adam's raisin implant. Arching eyebrows. Why don't you talk about this subject, eh? Why don't you try and debunk this subject? It's the one subject none of them talk about, right? The one subject that none of them talk about is this subject. John Levy, right? I can't find a picture of him. I'll put it in the back file. Levi, search. I think I've only got a skull check on Antonio and Skiba. I've only got skull checks on him. Adam Levine, Harvey Levine, Rachel Levine. It's going. I just want Levi. Come on, John Lee. I should have put John in front of it, I think. He looks like Nathan. He looks like Satan Oakley. I've got a gate of John Levi somewhere. Where is it? Come on. I've got a skull check. Where is your gates? I would have found it by now, I would have thought. There it is. Alright, John Levi. I can't find his picture on there. I'll just go straight to post. John Levi. We'll take both of them. The original skull check that I did. That was the original one I did. You should be able to see it. Look, female eye sockets, widest in hairline, no jawline, and then I think the IQ's gates as well. Is the full picture. John Levi, Jon though, Jon Levi. It doesn't matter which topic we go to; they're all liars. John Levi, again, non-believer of Christ. John Levi. I'm going to show you that picture so you can see the gates and stuff. So I'm not making. The original picture was that. That's the original one. I took it straight off YouTube. When I first started doing skulls, and I just dropped the skull, it went straight in, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's all of them. It really is. But there's the gates. Full female gait with foot and knee tilted outwards. Inline footfall with shoulder tilt, arm akimbo. Full mince with arm akimbo. John Levi fails forensics. It's a girl. Thanks for playing CSI with me. Next. Rob Skiba. I don't know if I've got Rob Skiba up here. Let's have a quick look. That's it. Rob Skiba. Put Skiba in the back file. Skiba. Search. Once it searches Rob, we'll go have a look here. Wow, that's beautiful, isn't that? God's wonderful design. I don't know what it looks like, but whatever it is, it's amazing. Amazing. Where are we? Rob Skiba. I used to love Rob Skiba. I really did. Look how wide she is at the bottom. She was one of them. One of the preachers. Darius picked up on the shoulders. Look, she was one of the preachers that touched my heart. Ray Comfort did. Kent Ovine did. Pastors, preachers, whatever you want to call them, that made me cry. Jonathan Kleck did. Jonathan Kleck made me cry. But only because I believed what she was saying. Now, I don't believe anything that they're saying. I'll decide what comes in and out of my temple, what resides within me. I can't find it. Let's go back to the top. I should have Skiba up by now. Let's post, tweet. Skiba, Rob. There it is. I've got a single skull check. That's all I've got. Him and the husband. Aaron the husband. There you go. I had someone on my timeline on Facebook. Neck o'clock, look. I've met this person and I've met the daughter, Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a man and so was Rob. Rob was nothing like a man. Rob's got 5 heads. She's widest in the airline. She's got coffee bean close to eyes. Small dentures. It's her husband that's got all the big features over there. Rob Skiba. Another liar. I don't even know if she's dead. Same with Antonia. I don't know if she's dead. They lie about everything. Why would I believe that they died when these people tell me they did? I just don't believe it. There you go, Rob Skiba. Who was the next one? Martin Leakey. I don't know if I've got Martin Lied. Let's have a look. Martin Lied. TKE, right? Martin Lied. And when you look up the TKE house, no, that's not it. Oh, there you go. It comes from all that Latin bollocks in America. I can't remember what it is. Something happened with all these. That's why the doors boarded up. Something happened with the house of TKE. I can't remember what it was. They all got done for something in every college. This, I don't know. Can't remember. Anyway, mud floods. It's a load of shite. It is. There was a flood. God got furious. He got angered. And his wrath came down from the heavens, from the fountains of the deep. It exploded from underneath and above. Water flooded the place. It had never rained, and it carried on raining for 6 months. And then it stopped. The waters went down. And when it did, all the mud and soil that got kicked up during the flood settled on all these old buildings. That makes perfect sense to me. Grandma Leakey here will have you believe that Teutonic knights in big metal armour with earthquake guns caused the mud floods. I am a history expert. She's a girl. She's a grandma, that's for sure. Martin Leakey. I honestly don't know if I've got a Martin Leakey. Let's have a look. Copy. I don't think I could find the gates. Sean! Find this bitch's gates. I think I did do a lot of searching for her gates and I couldn't find it. John Kerwin. Never heard of him. No, nothing even comes up. John Kerwin, rugby coach. Yeah, never heard of it. Let's come back. Martin Leakey, backfire, what are you saying? I don't even think I've got a school check on this page. I don't need it though. Small mouth, pointed nose. She's from that country I'm not allowed to mention. Widest in the hairline. This is when I knew her. She's got a very oval shaped face, hasn't she? Lacking a jawline. Look how long that top lip is. Close set eyes. Widest in the hairline. Egg shaped face. Yeah. Nana, final answer. Look at the Cupid's bow. Look at the long top lip. Look at the soft eyes. It's a long triangle. It's not a wide triangle. Adam's raisin implant. That looked like Satan Oakley. Oh, it is Satan Oakley. There's another woman. Tiny female dentures, little cheeks, small high set ears, arching eyebrow, no trachea. Talks like a hairdresser, don't you, Nathan? Nathan, is the world flat, Nathan? Or should I call you Satan? Martin Leakey, there's nothing in the back file, is there? No, I ain't even done it. There's no gates. Not famous enough, sorry. Next, it's a woman. Scottish flat earther behind Dell. Dolores. Oh, I've got Dolores. Dell. Beyond. The imagine. As if it's not coming up. Imaginary curve. She's a big, fat Scottish chick. Oh, I'd love for you to come and talk to me now, Dolores. I'll destroy you. Now I can do this properly. At the time, Mickey was going, it's a woman. Eyes are too close. But I was still learning this this trade. Now it's simple. Instantaneous. This is a Satanist. Close set eyes. Look at the arched eyebrows. No brow bone. Vertical forehead. Widest in the hairline. My head is not shaped like a sodding tic tac. She went for the bum hole in the chin look. I'll tell you what. Is that meant to be a woman? Because that person's got quite a neck on him. I'm just saying rectangular eyes as well. I wonder if all the people she speaks to are flip-flops as well. Missing a jawbone, small mouth, tiny dentures, close set eyes, no brow bone, vertical forehead, sloping shoulders, no trachea, no Adam's apple. There's no pictures on Dolores, but I've got one because she was one of the main deniers when I first learned how to do this. Dolores was one of the first deniers to all of this. And even she came on my chat one time and she was like, who cares if they're all secretly transgender? We've got bigger issues. No, you're the fucking issue, Dolores. Right, there's one of them. Let's check the back file. I wonder if I put it under Dolores. Let's have a look. Dolores. The Illusion Channel used to come here when I first started doing this. There were no pictures, but that person's got close set eye. Look, that person was talking to Matt. What did they call him? Matt Timothy. Oh, I can't remember what his name is. The footballer. Just recently. Matthew Letitia. The Illusion. I guarantee you it's a woman. I guarantee you. It's all of them. It was pushed by Maverick, and Maverick's a right fanny. Maverick and his boyfriend went against It's All of Them and started putting out loads of shite memes. Dolores, let's have a look. Nope. Right. Oh, I'll put a double D to Dolores. Hang on, let me get rid of that D. I need a new keyboard, I really do. Dolores, search. I said search. Oh, there it is. So, Dolores has got a famous brother, this one. Look at the difference in the dental arches. Do you see it? Look, I even put this picture here. This was a Masonic ritual where Dolores introduced his son, who's pretending to be his daughter. They look very similar, don't they? The sister and the daughter. Because they're both fucking boys. That's why, Dolores. Dial M for Masons in your hairline. Rounded eye socket look. Close set eyes, small dentures. It's a woman. Famous dad. That's Dolores' dad and Dolores' band. Middle of the Road. If you've never heard of Middle of the Road, they sung a song that goes, Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on, girl. La, 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 life goes on. You're listening, Del? Obla-dee, obla-da, you've got female skull. La, 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 la. So, his mother, his father, should we say, the one with the big neck here, his dad was the singer for Middle of the Road who sang Obla-dee, obla-da. His brother, this one here, ABBA tribute band. So all the top tribute bands that do the flip-flops are also flips. The ones that get all the money. Don't get me wrong, there are other ABBA tribute bands, but this is the one that gets on telly. This is the one that gets to all the ABBA concerts. These are the people, right? And sure enough, right there, I believe it is. Is that the right picture? Is that Del's sister? It's one of them. One of these ABBA revivals is his sister. I can't remember which one it is. Maybe, oh, that's it, I think. Is that him? Look at that dude there. That is so obviously a dude. They're both dudes, look. Flip-flops. That's not him. That's not him, though. Right. ABBA tribute, Scottish. I'll find you. You cheeky little twat. Look at the size. Look at that 1,000-yard stare. Look at the cheekbones on it. This one's got a big square jaw as well. This one hasn't got a chin. Look how small this chin is. While a chin, and that's a chin implant, doesn't pass the forehead. Look at that straight line straight down there. A man's protrudes right out, over and past. Like this one will if you took it from the side. I can't find the right picture of him. But he was an ABBA tribute band. And then he's also in a Scottish daytime soap. Do you know who he looks like? I'll tell you who your brother looks like, Dolores. He looks like Jacinda Ahern. He looks like Jacinda Ahern. He's got the head of Roberto. Roberto looks like that, don't you, Roberto? And there's the first gates, right? Bearing in mind, I didn't know how to do this properly when I found this out. And nobody would believe me that Dolores was a girl. But I saw that inline footfall on his video, and I saw him twist his legs up here into contorted positions, ski with legs, and instantly knew that this was a girl. Some fat Scottish bitch. It does all her streams from a shed. End of story. Dolores, there she is. There she is, look. Rounded, close set, droopy eyes, long top lip, sloping jawline, subcutaneous laser fat, sloping shoulders, no trachea, no Adam's apple. Tell me, Dolores, tell me, what's it like to pretend to be a man? Anytime you like, come and have a chat with me, Del. Now I'm schooled in forensics. Come and talk to me again. I'll destroy you. I'll literally destroy you. End of story. Dolores, Del, fake flat earther, oval shaped face. Thanks for playing CSI with me. There you go. Dolores. It's a woman. Egg shaped bitch. Next. Oh, don't you dare, but I nearly banned someone then by mistake. Annabelle! I nearly banned you, Annabelle!